Hello, good morning, good people. This is Kuda from Taniwa Agro. So today we're just planting napier grass. Napier grass is basically a pasture improvement opportunity for goat farmers. If you're doing goats, it would be good to plant this goat. I'm sure you've seen these Ugandan videos where people have a lot of goats on a very small piece of land. 100, 200 goats on an acre. And I've since realized that this particular grass option is part of the reason why these people are able to grow a lot of goats in a small area. So we're just out here trying to plant the same, trying to see if this then improves the carrying capacity of our goat situation. You're looking at a yield of about 40 to 45 tons on the hectare to about 200 depending on variety and management. And that is an opportunity that we do not want to just let go. We want to obviously try and grow as many goats as we can on a very small piece of land by just improving its carrying capacity and improving its head. So that is what we're doing. There's a node and it will shoot from there and another node there. So if we put this one in the ground, our expectation is that the shoot will come from this one. The shoot will come from this one. So 2 nodes. So this is what it now looks like planted. So you can see we still have that one node that's off the ground. This is what our cuttings look like. They basically have 2 nodes. There's a node there and a node there. Change this cutting chakadaiso. And we're just trying to put it in the ground. We've watered this piece of land for 3 days now to make sure there's enough water on the land. So kungochera, the hole big enough to cover this. 1 node in the ground, 1 node out. Then you compact. Spacing. Spacing is about 1 meter apart, fortunately, but the railing is also about 1 meter. And we do that. And that's it. 1 meter by 1 meter. We're planting about 100 square meters of this on the length that we're doing. So just by way of demonstrating, we've kept them in there for the past maybe a day or 2. And the key thing is to make sure that your grass remains wet. So what we then did is Takatora Asian, tobacco Asian. This is tobacco Asian. The vata cover the grass in Asian, and then we just kept watering it to just keep them moist, covered with the grass mulch. And now we're putting them in the ground. So here's the story with napier grass. It's basically a pasture improvement option. 15% protein and a potential yield of about 40 tons on the hectare. You can cut it for about 6 to 7 times during the year, so it grows very quickly. Every 2 months and you feed your animals. A goat requires typically about 4 kgs, 4 to 4.5 kgs of grass per day. And the veld on its own might not necessarily be able to produce this. Otherwise, wakufana utenga a goat feed, your goat nuts, or some goat supplement. And that is what we're trying to avoid. We're not trying to go against it completely, but it's something chekuti. Maybe if a farmer plants something on their field that continues to regenerate on its own, they don't necessarily have to buy commercial feed as much. Or you've got commercial feeds like nappy mix from 5vet, or you know, these mabiko mixes that you find, these different goat concentrates that you find, that then require you to mix with grass. It will be better if you plant it with a grass that you know its protein content. Ordinary star grass. So this is an improvement option for pastures, and you plant it once, it then becomes a cost saver option. It's just for the sake of improving our pastures and also to regenerate it. Our intention is to plant maybe a hectare and make this available for the goats that we are weaning. So my mothers, they do you're weaning off your mothers. Sometimes you wean them in the dry season and you just want to make sure there's enough green material. We're just going past winter and this stuff was looking green where we harvested it from. It's cheap, it's easy to do, it's easy to establish. We've got a rain pipe situation that we're using to water it, and hopefully that will then bring it to life and get us going and give us the results that we want. So ideally what we're saying here is you plant your napier grass within 4 to 6 weeks you're cutting. After you've cut your grass, you can harvest. We're going to plant this on about 100 square meters. 100 square meters gives us about 700 kgs of grass at its peak. And if we've got the right amount of concentrate and everything else, we can produce a ton of feed out of this and feed our goats, you know, within the dry season. The nice thing about it is it's a known protein quantity. But there's also another factor. So as your grass grows to about 35 days, usually below 90 centimeters in height, 35 to 45 days, no only the highest protein content. After that, the protein content declines. So you want to make sure that you're cutting every 35 to 45 days to make sure that you preserve the protein content. You can then dry it off. Dry it to about 15% moisture. I don't know how I'm going to measure that moisture content, to be honest, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry it and then preserve it as hay if I need to. Otherwise, I'm just going to feed my goats eating green like that, especially the lactating mothers. We're getting into our breeding season, and we just want to make sure the lactating mothers are covered when it comes to nutrition and their health. So this is a very quick establishment. Hopefully this will take us about 30 minutes or so. Then we water it a bit, and hopefully that will give us enough moisture. You can feed it fertilizer, organic manure, all those things you can add to it. I got the pH too low or too high. Yes, 5.8 pH is good. Then you can feed it. You can add your compound to it, maybe a few grams of compound just to give it that boost. You can add root shoe. Total Farm Solutions has very good organic solutions in terms of root or encouragement, so to speak. So just make sure my nodes one Buddha pants. I use a shoot. Alright, so yeah, as you plant, just make sure all your nodes are in the ground, and one is actually out to allow you to shoot the other one, then produces root. If you can germinate them outside, you get 2 shoots, it doubles the quantity. But we're not for that right now. What we just want is to just establish it and then hopefully multiply it and grow a full hectare. If we can do a full hectare of this and another full hectare of lucerne, we know we've got protein guarantees, and then we play around those and see what sort of body condition score we get from our goats before we have to buy commercial feed. Maybe a crib feed for the little ones. But this has been fun. Yeah, just trying to see how we can improve our pasture situation. My pastures need to be improved, guys. It's not just grass. You have to be deliberate about your pasture. I've always said that if you're farming and your farming situation has not turned into a science, then you're still joking. We need to quickly move away from the farming. Subsistence farming is good, but yeah, if we want to get stuck growing just for our own consumption, then this encouragement is not for you. My encouragement is for someone who wants to actually make money from farming, but using very available and low cost methods. That is my encouragement. That is my niche. So very basic things that we grow every day. We just want to upgrade those kind of upgrade into a system that allows you to be very productive in Mbambaira. Upgrade into the right varieties, the right genetics. I've got a video that we've shared before which talks about the 3 foundations of any farming operation. It'll be good to watch that and see where we're coming from with this. It's been good. Thank you so much for watching. We're having fun out here. It's a beautiful Sunday and we're just planting napier grass. Just trying to copy what the Ugandans do, what the Kenyans do, pertaining to the growth management situation. Hopefully we can emulate those systems, integrate them with ours, and grow into something that's more sustainable, that's low cost, and that will earn us a bit more. This is Kuda from Taniwa Agro. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a blessing.